issues, the more you have your palms facing up, the more you open this small little part of your shoulder joint where a major nerve runs through. So when our palm is down, the shoulder joint is closed a little bit, let's say, and the passageway for that nerve to go through is narrowed. So every time you open up your palm, you're opening up the space for that nerve channel not to be pinched. So palms up, chin mudra, eyes closed, soft breath. Let's continue here. Passive inhale, active exhale. All together, inhale, bring hands to heart center. Roll those shoulders up and back. Let the elbows hang down. Check the position of your head, nicely aligned over your spine. Chin is in neutral position. Sharing the pranava 3 times. Take a breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Closing the hands over the heart 3 times, the shorter version of the Guru Mantra. Take a breath in. Om Hrim Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Hrim Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Hrim Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. In this position, see if you can sit up a little straighter. So think about that lower back and that you're extending up from your sits bones through the lower back all the way to the crown of the head. Sometimes we look like we're sitting straight, but there's actually a little bit of a curve, or sometimes too much of a lordosis curve in the back. So see if we can straighten that out and grow a little bit taller. Relax the hips. And exhale, release. Let's come into Baddha Konasana, which is butterfly pose. So for the first one, go ahead and hold on to your ankles or your big toes as you like for balance, so that you can bring your heels a little closer to the body. In this position, let's stay here in stillness. So think about shining the heart, nice straight back. Close your eyes. Hold here. So the goal here is to find an easy rhythmic breath. As we allow gravity to let the knees fall towards the mat. So you may have to play with the position of your feet closer or farther away from the middle of your body. We're going to hold here for a very slow 8 count. Again, the goal here is to allow gravity to bring the knees down because we're so relaxed. For 8. 7. 6. 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your leg exactly where they are. Lean the torso forward a little bit so you can place the hands on the mat in front of you, perhaps. And then as you exhale, tuck the chin around the shoulders and see if you can do a little forward bend wherever you can come without introducing tension into the hips. Tuck the chin. That's going to really help lengthen the back from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Hold here. And if you find this simple and not a challenge, then bring your challenge to rhythmic breath and staying focused on what we're doing right now. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. To come out, lift the head, use your hands for support, sit up straight, and let's bring those hands all the way up overhead, palms facing one another, straight back, head in neutral. So now we're stabilizing and allowing the hips to open. Hold here, arms extended up high. Feel that nice balance point, sitting on your sits bones. And as you exhale, release the palms to the outside and release the hands down. From here, if you can keep your feet where they are, that's comfortable, we're going to lay down. So bring your hands behind you and then gently come down to your forearms and then all the way down, trying to keep in this butterfly position. Now, if you need to move your feet a little closer to the body, go ahead. Perhaps it's a little more comfortable that way. Again, just allow gravity to bring the knees to the mat. If you find that your lower back is engaged now and it doesn't feel good, bring your heels away from your body. All right, that will relieve some of the stress on the lower back. You can also put your hands underneath your butt. That's another good option. From here, extend the arms to the sides, palms up. Holding here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here. Let's bring our hands and arms into that scarecrow pose. So bend both elbows. Bring the backs of your hands onto the mat. You're in a 90-degree angle from wrist to elbow, elbow to shoulder. Let's hold here. Check your neck, make sure that your chin is in a neutral position. If you need to put a little pillow underneath your head, that's great, so that we have a nice long, relaxed neck. For 4, 3, 2, 1. In this position, the lower body stays where it is. As we inhale, I bring my arms up and in front of my chest, my elbows touch, the palms touch right over my head. Trying to keep the 90-degree angle between shoulder and elbow. And then as I exhale, I open up and bring the arms back down to the mat. Okay, let's do it. Inhale, come up. And exhale, release. So the challenge here is to keep the elbow and shoulder at that same angle as we move. Inhale, come up. And exhale, release. 2 more times. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. 1 more time. Inhale up. And exhale, release. From here, inhale, extend the arms overhead so that the backs of the hands are resting on the mat above your head. So we're really nicely stretched out. Relax through that lower back of the pelvis. Let's hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now before we come out, release the hands down to the mat, palms down next to your hips. So we have support of our hands and our forearms. Go ahead, close the knees so the feet are planted on the mat and knees are together. And in this position, keep the knees together, but let's widen the stance of the feet as wide as the mat. We've made a little triangle of our feet and knees. And once more, as you inhale, raise the arms up towards the sky, and then as you exhale, the back of the palms, back of the hands are on the mat overhead. We're nicely stretched out once more. In this position, let's really focus on that big inhale and a long exhale. Inhale where we're completely relaxed. But the inhale is so deep, we feel the belly rising, and we may even feel movement in the lower back. And then as we exhale, elongate the exhale, feel the lower back softening as it reaches down towards the mat. Let's continue here, focusing on the movement of that breath. Let's each do 4 more breaths, and let's see if we can feel the movement in the pelvis now. As we deepen the inhale and exhale, you start to feel that pelvis move forward and backwards too, like we do a pelvic tilt, but it's all happening because of our breath. And let's just meet in a neutral position. Go ahead, lower the hands back down towards your hips, palms down. Let's extend both legs down. So we're laying fully down on the mat. Legs are still active, meaning I have a little bit of flexion in the ankles so that the toes, the knees, and the hips are all pointing up. And before we move on, let's do a nice spinal twist and just check out where we are in terms of our hips, spine, shoulders, and neck. So extend the arms out to the sides, palms up, using the pelvic tilt to float the knees over the hips. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, float the knees up. So now again, I have a 90-degree angle from hip to knee, knee to ankle. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, float the knees right. You look left. We're gonna do some variations, but let's just hold here and let the body settle in for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we've done this before. So take that left arm and raise it up towards the sky, and then roll over your right hip so that the left hand is right on top of the right hand. Look at your knees, stack the knees up, square off the hips. From here, take that top hand, we're going to scoop it up overhead. At the top, turn the palm up towards the sky, rest the head on the mat, and then roll back over that left shoulder and see if we can keep the back of the left hand on the mat as we make nice sweeping motions. So as I inhale, I sweep that arm to the left and then up overhead. And as I exhale, I sweep it back down, trying to drag my fingers or the back of my hand on the mat. Now you can bring that left arm all the way down in the direction of your feet or stop halfway. So let's keep going, inhale up and go slow so you can really explore where you feel a little bit of tension and where you feel release. So this is movement within the shoulder girdle and the pectoral muscles in the chest. Let's do 2 more with movement. Do your best to harmonize it with your inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, place the arm where you feel the most tension. See if you can hold that with an easy breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, let's bring that arm into a position where it's really comfortable. And hold it there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, bring that arm to another placement where you do feel some tension. Find that placement and hold. Deep breaths for 4, 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, find a place of comfort. Sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's lower, the hand. Let's hold there for 4, 3, 2, 1. And now let's go back to that movement. Inhale, bring it up over your head, and then as you exhale, see if you can bring the back of the hand closer to the floor as you scoop the arm down. And then inhale back up. And exhale. Let's do it one more time. Inhale up. And this time as you exhale, let's just bring it down until it is spread out like our usual spinal twist. Up, hold here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come to the center. Everyone take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, float to center. Hold here. Inhale, hands to knees. Exhale, knees to chest. Remember, the goal here is to have a nice long spine. So if you need to separate your knees, go ahead. Try your best to relax those hips, feeling that your tailbone is right on the mat. Check the position of your head. Widen those shoulders down on the mat. Let's hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands and bring the knees and hips in line. Hands are palms up to the side, ready for the spinal twist to the opposite direction. Take a breath in. As you exhale, the knees float left, you look right. Let's just stay here, however we landed, and just settle into this. Relaxing that back, relaxing the hips. If you need to, you can always put a block in between your knees or underneath your thighs. Let's hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just like we did on the other side, take that right hand. Inhale, bring it up towards the sky, roll over the left hip. Now both palms are on top of one another, and I look down and I settle my knees and hips so they're nicely squared. And this is a position where I'm bringing my hand up overhead, trying to keep in contact with the mat. As I inhale, I take that right hand, drag it up overhead. Once I'm overhead, I turn the palm up, keep rolling over, coming to the right shoulder. And as I exhale, I float the right hand down in the direction of the feet. And inhale, I bring it up overhead. So the goal is to have the back of the hand touching the floor all the time. So it really helps to open up that shoulder girdle if you stretch through the fingertips. Think about stretching outward even as you find this movement. Now, if you're feeling a lot of tension through the elbow, you can always put your arm into that scarecrow pose and do the same thing. So even with a bent elbow, I can feel that movement in my shoulder as I open and close it. See if you can slow down the breath and slow down the movement. We have a tendency when there is a bit of a blockage or tension that we breathe quicker and we try and get over that movement faster. But if we slow it down, we're aware of every movement and placement of that arm as we inhale and exhale. Go ahead, do it 2 more times. Inhaling and exhaling up. And now let's find that point of tension where we can just hold the arm there in that placement. Focus on that inhale and exhale, and let's hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, let's place the arm into a position where it feels really good. You can really relax here. Hold it there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then inhale, let's bring that arm to another placement where we feel some tension. And let's hold it there and see if with that long exhale, we can release some of the tension for 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's bring our arms back into their original position, palms up, out to the sides. And then take a breath in, and as you exhale, contract, tilt, and float the knees back to center. Hold here. And then inhale, hands to knees, exhale, knees to chest. And this time, let's roll from side to side. All together, let's meet in the middle in stillness. Happy baby pose, bring the hands inside the knees. Really flex those feet and see if you can grab your toes or ankles or even the thighs. And let's come into happy baby pose, but let's stay here in stillness. So you're using your arms to actually push your knees towards the mat as you keep your feet flat up towards the sky. Chin is in a neutral position. And I'm just letting gravity and the force of my arms open up those hips. Now, if you find that you're actually lifting your butt off the mat in order to grab your feet, it's much better to hold on lower, even behind your knees, so that you can relax the back against the mat, okay? It's more important to have a long, relaxed mat. Spine, sorry. From here, as you exhale, go ahead, extend those knees and open up into a straddle. And again, the same thing. If you find that when you do this, your butt lifts off the mat, then hold your thighs or your calves. Because we want to open up the pelvis here, and we can't do it if our butt is up in the air. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, let's bring those legs together up towards the sky. Keep your left leg where it is. Bend the right knee, and let's put the right ankle on the left thigh. So we don't want to be on the knee. So our ankle is either on the shin or on the thigh. If you're comfortable in this position, go ahead and take that right hand, put it through that triangle you just made. Take the left hand so you can grab the right behind your left thigh. And you can bring your left leg closer in the direction of your head with your right elbow opening up your right hip. Now, if this is very uncomfortable, another way we can do this is simply bend that left knee. So now my left knee is bent more or less at 90-degree angle, and I can feel a nice opening as I bring that left thigh in the direction of my head, letting my right elbow push the right knee open. Let's hold here in stillness. So find a position where you can hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then just for fun, without hyperextending that left knee, take the left hand and see if you can grab your left toe. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, release the left hand, release the right hand and extend the right leg up. Let's do the opposite side. Now, for those of you who are really hyper flexible, what I want you to think about, if you keep your ankles flexed when you do this, you have less chance of hyperextending the knee, and you're going to keep the ankle, the knee, and the hip in a better alignment. So that if your hip doesn't open, you don't take more of the torque in your knee, because we have this nice alignment here, okay? So right leg stays where it is, bend the left knee, bring the ankle of the left leg either at the shin or on the thigh. In that triangle, you may take your left hand, swing it through, grab it with your right, and now we can push that right knee backwards, which opens the hip, and bring the right leg in the direction of the head. Keep the flexion in the ankle. Like I said, the danger here is that you let the knee twist rather than the hip open when you do this. Let's hold this for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then as a bonus, release that right hand, grab your big toe. A little deeper stretch here. Hold, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, release both hands. Let's extend both legs up towards the sky. Bring your hands underneath your head. So we're just looking at our feet right now. And in a nice controlled way, as you exhale, open legs up into a straddle. Hold here. So now we've introduced stabilization and lengthening as we're letting gravity open up our hips. Let's stay here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, go ahead, let's close those legs. They're still pointing up towards the sky. Coming into the eagle position with our legs. So keep your left leg where it is. You're going to cross the right leg in front of the left. Crossing at the knees. Now bend both knees. Take that right foot and see if you can bring it underneath and hook the foot by the ankle or left shin. All right? So that's reminiscent of our eagle pose. From here, release your hands out to the sides, palms up. This is a spinal twist. I want you to be careful. See how it feels. All right? As you exhale, go ahead and let the hips fall to the, let me think how I want to do it, to the left first. All right, so knees to the left, you look right. Hold here. For 4, 3, 2, And one, now you're gonna have to use those core muscles to come to center, so take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, and let's come back to center. Release your legs and extend both legs up towards the sky. Let's do the opposite side. Right leg stays where it is. Take that left leg, cross it in front of the right, crossing at the knees, bend both knees. Then take that left foot and see if you can hook it underneath the right leg. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, it is spinal twist to the right, you look left. And counting down, 4, 3, 2, 1. To come out, take a breath in, exhale, contract, tilt, and come back to center. Release your legs and inhale, extend them up towards the sky. Really flex those toes. Inhale, raise the hands in the direction of your feet. See if you can grab your big toes. Now, as you're holding your big toes, sometimes, of course, our feet come forward so that we can reach them, right? That's fine. But now think about pushing your hips down. So I'm elongating my lower spine, and I'm really feeling a nice stretch here in the hamstring as I do that. So we've got a little counter tension going on, both here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, we're going to gently roll right into our staff pose. So release the feet, hands are pointing up, take a breath in. As you exhale, roll forward. Come into your staff pose, extend the arms up high. And exhale, release. All right, let's come into Paschimottanasana, forward fold. So we're sitting here in staff pose already, sitting on your sits bones. And I'm going to face you, I think. Before we do our forward fold, let's roll the shoulders up and back, extend the arms to the sides. Palms are open, inhale, arms up. At the top, hands together, exhale, release those shoulders. Widen the armpits outside, even as the palms face in. Sit up straight. I have a nice flexion in my ankles. Coming into scarecrow pose, as I exhale, I open up into scarecrow. Roll the shoulders up and back. As I exhale, I rotate the palms down. So now I'm in an opposite scarecrow. And as I inhale, I come back up. Ready? So take a breath in, stay here. And exhale, rotate down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Relax the neck, it does nothing. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Okay, switching it up. Inhale, meet the elbows in front, elbows, palms together. Exhale, open, but really push the elbows behind you. Inhale, close. Exhale, open. Push those elbows behind you. Inhale, close. Exhale, push the elbows behind you. Last one, inhale, close. Then exhale, push. And extend arms out to the side, palms down, and release. Bring our hands in front of us on either side of the knee. Roll the shoulders up and back. This is the forward fold, only going down halfway. Take a breath in. Exhale, walk those fingers forward, come down halfway, wherever that is. Relax the head. Roll the shoulders up and back. Hold here. We're only halfway. Think about relaxation. Let's hold this for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, let's come down a little bit more. Hold. Counting down 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, let's come down a little bit deeper. Count down 4, 3, 2, and 1. Halfway. Inhale, come up halfway. Hold here at the halfway mark. Counting down 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, this is different. As we exhale, come back down a little further, deep in the pose, and hold. Counting down 4, 3, 2, and 1. Halfway, come up. Hold here at the halfway mark. 4, 3, 2, 1. To come out all the way, lift the head, plant the hands, inhale, come up. Once we come back to our original step pose, hold here. And then exhale, release. Let's come into a half lotus pose or Padma pose. So keep the left leg where it is, bend the right knee. And to the best of our ability, let's take that right heel, and with our hands, we're going to try and bring that heel into the hip crease. So this is going to be a nice active movement. To the best of my ability, and I can't demonstrate very well on this hip, but this right knee, we would like it to be down, level with our ankle. That's the goal, okay? So to gently do this, we can bring our foot away and exhale, bring it in. Inhale, bring it out away from our hip. Exhale, bring it in. As we do this, we're doing our best to relax the hip and let that knee fall down. So go ahead on your own. You just find this gentle movement. Inhale away and exhale in. Now, for some of you, you can even bring that heel to the outside of your hip rather than just the hip crease. As we do this movement, we're still doing our best to keep our back straight rather than rounding and hunching, okay? Do 2 more times. And now as you exhale, let's place that heel as close to the hip crease as we can. Sit up straight. For some of you, you can just leave your hands and you can sit there very comfortably. That's wonderful. For others, you can hold your foot in place as you sit up straight and do your best to allow gravity to open up the hip and drop the knee. Let's hold here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, go ahead, straighten that right knee, and you're back in staff pose. Shake it out if you need to. All right, opposite side. Right leg stays where it is, bend that left knee. Go ahead, hold on to your left, left ankle and foot. As I exhale, I bring the left heel into the right hip crease. Inhale. I float the leg away. Go ahead, let's find that movement. And you may find that one hip is easier than the other to allow the hip joint to open and the knee to fall down. It's important here to have your ankle flexed, okay? That is going to keep the knee joint in place, and you have less tendency to let the knee twist because it's a hinge joint. It can't twist. It stays in one plane. So find that movement. Do it 2 more times. Exhale when it's in the knee crease, hip crease, and inhale when you pull it away. And now let's bring that left heel into the hip crease as best we can. Hold it there and relax. Sit up straight. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, extend the legs up front, shake it out as needed. And with the use of your hands, as you exhale, simply lay it out on the mat. Allow the lower body from ankle to knee to hips to simply roll out to the side. Place the palms up next to the hips and just relax into your Savasana. And let's gently come out of our Savasana, finding movement in toes and ankles, fingers and wrists. And then gently bending the knees and elbows, rolling from side to side, gently letting the head float from left to right. And then all together, let's roll over to one side. Using your hands as support as you exhale, come back to a seated position. Sitting up on our sits bones, allowing the spine to lengthen up, opening the palms up, hands in chin mudra, roll the shoulders up and back, close the eyes. Allow the belly to be soft for that full breath. All together, inhale, hands to heart center, Chant the pranava one time, take a breath in. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And as we exhale, bow down to the teacher within. And inhale, come back up. Let's gently open the eyes. Back in full awareness, namaste.